When the lights come on at Bristol, the racing is not the only thing that heats up.
It's the coolest track that we go to. Just the atmosphere at Bristol is incredible. The racing in there is crazy.
But it's that intensity that drivers love about the last great Coliseum.
It doesn't matter where you finish. If you're finishing up front, you put in a hard day's work.
Calm, cool, and collected does not describe this race.
Such a track with a bunch of history and such good racing, hard racing, beating and banging, and hopefully we'll see some tempers flare there.
Because this is not just a race.
Bristol International Speedway invites you to the first annual Volunteer by
It's hot, it's humid, it's Food City Race Night. Hey, it's Bristol, baby. Hey, everybody, PJ Johnson along with Casey Gatz and Heather Williams getting you ready for the Bass Pro Shops NRA night race. The lower groove has been adapted, and now it's been polished, and a substance has been added that's going to help the tires stick to the track better. You might remember that BMS underwent a major reconfiguration and resurfacing. That was in 2007. It also had the upper groove just ground down in 2012. General Manager Jerry Caldwell says the latest changes were made after he talked to some of the best drivers in the sport.
We had input from a lot of different areas. We always review the races after our race weekend.
Of course, the big story, which has been happening over the last 2 months, is the health of Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, PJ, NASCAR's most popular driver, of course, is not going to be here this week racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. And Junior Nation is going to be sorely disappointed he will not be here at the world's fastest half mile. But really, for Junior, this is the only choice he had. What Dale Earnhardt Jr. wants to do with his racing career is crystal clear.
Our intentions are to get cleared and get back to racing.
However,
concussions are one of those things that nobody wants to talk about in NASCAR, and nobody really understands it until you live through it. This is Eric McClure, race car driver, who's lived through concussions.
The helpless feeling and trying to battle the patience is one of the most challenging aspects of it.
You mentioned patience, but as Dale Jr. talked about, it's not like a broken arm. It's a physical where everybody can see it. When you mentioned it's so different with everybody with concussion, how hard was it to explain that to other people, to kind of what you were going through?
Well, it's hard because it changes daily. And
I am now joined by Greg Biffle, driver of the number 16 Ford in the Sprint Cup Series. First of all, Greg, welcome to Bristol. What are you most looking forward to in the night race this year?
You know, I'm really excited about it. The night race is always fun and always exciting and always lots of action.
You see it more and more in today's NASCAR. College athletes joining pit crews. And one such pit crew member has connections right here to East Tennessee. When Sean Cotton first stepped onto the Tusculum campus, head baseball coach Doug Jones knew he had a special talent.
Sean was the kid that immediately made an impact on our program. And doing a pit stop can be another pressure situation. If you're coming down, first on pit road with 10 laps to go and you need to put 4 tires on it, it can be a little stressful because if you mess up and you lose a spot or 2 on pit road, the driver's not going to be very happy.
Let's talk about another part of the crew. That's the spotter, and at Bristol, that is really, really important. The spotter, the driver's extra set of eyes.
Keep it up there. Another right front. Keep it up there. Still green. Yellow's out. Yellow's out.
Eyes are especially important at a place like Bristol.
You go to a place like Bristol, you always have to watch ahead of your car at Bristol because stuff happens so fast. You could be coming down the front stretch and there could be a wreck off of 2 and you're going to be there in 4 seconds.
NASCAR, when you've been around as long as I have, I've seen them come and I've seen them go. Last year, we said goodbye to Jeff Gordon. This year, we're going to say goodbye to Tony Stewart. Wow, we're losing Tony. This is his last ride in Bristol, Casey.
It is. Really didn't lose Jeff. He's back racing this week for Dale Earnhardt Jr. So maybe Tony will be back next year. But as of right now, this will be his last race at Bristol Motor Speedway.
That's the stuff I really enjoy, and that's the reinforcement that this is the right time when I'm more worried about what they're doing behind the steering wheel than what I'm doing behind the steering wheel.
Tony Stewart's a smart guy. He's a racer's racer, so you figure when he was looking around for guys that were going to replace him, he's going to hire a racer's racer.
This is a proven team. The teammates have worked. The majority of my career, I was working alongside Kevin Harvick. Was a big part of me even getting in my ride that I had at RCR. So
we are here with Austin Dillon, driver of the number 3 car. And first of all, welcome to Bristol. How excited are you to get under the lights on Sunday night?
I'm really excited. Saturday's going to be a good race, and
a lot of cool stuff going on at the track this weekend.
Now, the last few years, the Bristol races have been dominated by Joe Gibbs Racing, and then, of course, Joey Logano's also been in there. Carl Edwards, he won in the spring. Now let's take a look at the changes to the track. Does that make Kyle Busch, who's been slumping a little bit of late at Bristol, does he get back in the mix of things? You never know what to expect at Bristol because, hey, it's still Bristol.
I mean, Bristol always means a lot to every race car driver. That's a driver's track, man. That is just it's so much fun. It's grueling. It's the way the groove is now, and it moves up and it kind of changes throughout the race.
That's what the experts say. So what do we say? I'm going with Joey Logano, Casey.
I'm taking Kyle Busch.
Oh, you're going with the front runner.
No, he's done terrible here the last few years.
I'm going with the front runner, by the way, because I'm taking Matt Kenseth.
I'm surrounded by front runners. What's our expert guest think?
The racetrack, ideally, is now going to be like the old Bristol. The last winner of the old surface, Kyle Busch.
Oh, there you go. I can't fight expert opinion. I guess we will all see Saturday night.
That's why we brought him here, to agree with me. Thank you, Eric. Appreciate that.
Well, we've had a great time out here. I want to thank you, Eric, for taking time out of your busy race owner schedule to join us. Casey, Heather, thank you very much. I'm PJ Johnson. It's Bristol 80, everybody.